Savitri, Book 1, The Book of Beginnings, Canto 3, The Yoga of the King. He comes unseen into our darker parts, and curtained by the darkness, does his work, a subtle and all knowing guest and guide, till they too feel the need and will to change. All here must learn to obey a higher law. Our bodies, cells must hold the immortal's flame, else would the spirit reach alone its source, leaving a half-shaped world to its dubious fate. Nature would ever labor unredeemed, our earth would ever spin unhelped in space, and this immense creation's purpose fail, till at last the frustrate universe sank undone. Even his godlike strength to rise must fall. His greater consciousness withdrew behind, dim and eclipsed. His human outside strove to feel again the old sublimities, bring the high saving touch, the ethereal flame, call back to its dire need, the divine force, always the power poured back like sudden rain, or slowly in his breast a presence grew. It clambered back to some remembered height, or soared above the peak from which it fell. Each time he rose, there was a larger poise, a dwelling on a higher spirit plane. The light remained in him a longer space in this oscillation between earth and heaven, in this ineffable communion climbed, there grew in him as grows a waxing moon the glory of the integer of his soul, a union of the real with the unique, a gaze of the alone from every face, the presence of the eternal in the hours, widening the mortal mind's half look on things, bridging the gap between man's force and fate, made whole the fragment being we are here, at last was one a firm spiritual poise, a constant lodging in the eternal's realm, a safety in the silence and the ray, a settlement in the immutable, his heights of being lived in the still self, his mind could rest on a supernal ground and look down on the magic and the play where the God child lies on the lap of night and dawn, and the everlasting puts on time's disguise to the still heights and to the troubled depths. His equal spirit gave its vast ascent, a poised serenity of tranquil strength, a wide, unshaken look on time's unrest, faced all experience with unaltered peace, indifferent to the sorrow and delight, untempted by the marvel and the call, immobile it beheld the flux of things, calm and apart supported all that is. His spirit's stillness helped the toiling world, inspired by silence and the closed eyes sight. His force could work with a new luminous art on the crude material from which all is made, and the refusal of inertia's mass, and the grey front of the world's ignorance and nascent matter, and the huge error of life. As a sculptor chisels a deity out of stone, he slowly chipped off the dark envelope, line of defense of nature's ignorance, the illusion and mystery of the inconscient, in whose black pall the eternal wraps his head, that he may act unknown in cosmic time, a splendor of self creation from the peaks, a transfiguration in the mystic depths, a happier cosmic working could begin and fashion the world shape in him anew. God found in nature, nature fulfilled in God, already in him was seen that task of power, life made its home on the high tops of self, his soul, mind, heart became a single sun. Only life's lower reaches remained dim, but there too, in the uncertain shadow of life, there was a labor and a fiery breath. The ambiguous, cowled, celestial peasants worked, watched by the inner witness, moveless peace, even on the struggling nature left below. Strong periods of illumination came, lightnings of glory, after glory burned. Experience was a tale of blaze and fire, air rippled round the argosides of the gods. Strange riches sailed to him from the unseen. Splendors of insight filled the blank of thought. Knowledge spoke to the inconscient stillnesses. Rivers poured down of bliss and luminous force. Visits of beauty, storm sweeps of delight rained from the all powerful mystery above. Thence stood the eagles of omniscience. Om Namo Bhagavati Sri Arvindaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Sri Arvindaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Sri Arvindaya.